It's the Carolina Hockey Minute. The Carolina Hurricanes lose Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, my friend. I'm John. He's Cole. This is the Carolina Hockey Minute. Welcome to the show.
Terrible game from the Hurricanes.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. AHL effort against a Stanley Cup qualified team.
Yeah, I have very few players that I thought really got to their game tonight.
We started off doing the thing that I have always disliked when we do it. We came out throwing bodies.
We did.
We made some big hits, but alas, it did nothing to them because they're bigger than we are.
No, and you get the retaliation. You get the
retaliation against Aho and Morrow screening the rookie Morrow screening the goaltender and taking a bad penalty, and really just there's nothing to say except Florida was better 5-on-5. They were better up a man. They were better down a man. Except we got a power play at the end.
We did, but they won special teams.
At that point, they were up 5-1, so I'm sure they weren't exactly digging in their heels.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's certain parts of a game that really, when you play a game like this, unfortunately, by the time you got midway through the third, it didn't matter that much. Right. That's why things broke loose. I had more of a problem with Aho coming off of his discipline. In the first period, he knocks the guy's helmet off. It gets called. It's not a great call because the official didn't really see the entire play.
The officiating tonight was trash.
Yeah.
They missed. Svechnikov literally got his leg, had a stick broken over his leg.
Yeah.
Off the play, and they didn't see it. Bobrovsky takes a thigh to the head, didn't see it. Blake gets took it straight up after he scores a goal, an elbow to the back of the head. Didn't see it.
Could have been a lot more penalties tonight than there were called.
It's just, the thing is that and then the one they call is the one where Aho just kind of swipes at his head
early in the game. Yeah. I don't know if they were trying to they were trying to maybe set a precedent that we don't want that to get out of hand or something. But it was going to.
The only way to beat Florida is to come out and give as close to a 60-minute performance as you can. Foot on the gas, never let off. I don't think the Hurricanes ever got out of neutral.
Maybe a 15-minute effort tonight.
Maybe.
I'm being generous, perhaps.
That's pretty generous. Generous. It was. Was not.
We should be in mid-season form. This is game 93 of the season, but you can clearly tell, guys, if you're listening to this was a disappointment.
It was so bad. This is probably. I think there was one other team against. Was there a game against New Jersey? I think it was Washington, where they just waxed the floor with us. And this was worse. We didn't look qualified to be here. Well, that
part of the reason why it feels like that. I think this is our first home ice loss of the postseason. And I said to you during the game, did you expect to go undefeated on home ice during this postseason? And we both said no.
Well, no, but you also got to remember too. This is also our 13th consecutive.
Right.
9th under or 7th under Rod Brindamore, 9th or.
So this is sort of the moment when the rubber meets the road with all of that. I feel like, this is the game that was going to mean a lot to the Canes to get tonight.
Yeah,
it didn't happen.
Now that's why I say the next game is a must-win because you don't want to drop. I'm not saying that you weren't going to have to win a road game anyways, but you don't want to drop both at home when you're lucky to have home ice anyways, and you just can't seem to win in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can't win in the big games. You can win up to the big games, but
if this becomes a series, we're very fortunate we have home ice because I pointed out during the game, I don't think either team really tried for points at the end of the year, and we just happened to finish 1 point up on Florida. We got home ice. If we come out in Game 2 and handle business and actually get a win, I have to say actually because we've lost I don't like to say 13. I like to say 9 straight because that's under Rod Brindamore. That's what actually matters. 09, I remember 09. 09 was when we had the incredible run where we won Game 7s. And then we played the Penguins, and I knew we weren't going to win a game.
Right.
We were both like, we were right. But we know that we deserve to be here now. Either we run up against a team that is playing just really, really good hockey that we can't compete with, or we don't play our best, and that's going to be disappointing. And Florida is playing well right now.
Here's the thing. If you get swept out again this year, what you've proven is that this team is damn good, but they are not elite.
Well, maybe it's just it's all about matchups in the playoffs. Every series is its own thing, and should we get swept? I mean, it's been 2 seasons. I don't want to say it's a bad matchup. We'll see. I need to see Game 2. Because now you're back. You gotta feel like your back's against the wall.
Yeah, if you can win Game 2, it changes everything. Because
That's
you
all
just
I
have
really
to win one of the
expected.
next two.
I expected this series to go 7.
Yeah, I did too. Canes were never going to beat this team in 5.
And I said to you, I think we're going to win one in Florida. If this is going to be a series, either we get swept or it becomes a series. That's in my mind. Those are the two possibilities. If it becomes a series, I think we're going to win one in Florida, which means Florida's going to have to beat us twice on home ice.
Yes.
So don't let that be game 2, or you are in big trouble.
Yeah, you're in big trouble. Yeah, I don't know what to say because I really feel like you have to win it. You have to get it. If you don't
the more
get
we're
it,
talking, actually, the more I'm starting to be convinced against the champions.
the 3-time Eastern Conference appearance.
Yeah, I'll go there. Thursday's a must win.
Yeah.
If you don't show it on home ice, there's no reason you can think you can go down to Florida and make this a really competitive series.
This will be the Panthers are pushing for their 3rd Cup appearance.
Yeah. For the record, I don't think we're going to get swept. I think even if we should lose on Thursday, we're still going to get a game in the series, but it's going to get away from you very quickly. The season can get away from you very quickly if the next 60 minutes of hockey aren't better. But after all of this, I want to go back 2 years, Cole. 2 years ago, you and I were sitting on this couch. We lost game 1. What was it, 4 overtimes?
Yeah, I think so.
About 1:40 in the morning. I don't exactly remember.
It was not fun.
That is a much worse way to lose game 1 than the way we just lost it, despite everything we just saw that was not ideal.
Yeah, it's true. We were on the road, too, for that one. So.
Different circumstances, different teams. But we joked, you don't want to lose game 1 in 4 overtimes. We learned that because it felt very demoralizing. If you take... I know you have to take the full context and the bigger picture, but just this series, if you just focus on this series... we just have to play better hockey. Tonight's not going to... And the most disappointing part of the night, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, the beginning of the second period, we get that late goal at the end of the first off of Aho's skate. Not a lucky play, but, a goal it's very close to a kick. It's a deflection in off his skate. And then we get a goal that's honestly, we didn't really work that hard in the first, and we didn't deserve a goal necessarily. We come out at the beginning of the second, the crowd's there, it's a 2-1 game, and you're flat to start the second. You're flat to start the second when that was your moment. And then they score their third. It's a 3-1 game, and the way they play, they only took about 6 shots after that the rest of the game.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter at that point. That's why we're not talking about the shot stats, because they don't mean anything when you're out of the game halfway through.
Yeah.
And the way these series are, it's so tight. I know it was a 3-goal game tonight. If the Hurricanes are going to win, it's going to be tight. And that's how. And Florida knows that, so they don't have to do. They can sit on the lead. We have to play better on Thursday. We have to provide Freddie more defensive support.
Yeah, because, he has been stellar, but now he's playing against...
We don't call for it often, but Morrow's got to get out of this lineup.
Oh, yeah, Scott Morrow. He has had a terrible game.
Yeah, we got to get Morrow out. I know Nikishin and Stillman both are not right shots, but I would rather play somebody on their offside than have that. I'm just being real with you.
Morrow had one job coming into this.
I'd play Stillman
as a rookie, and it was to limit the mistakes. I didn't expect him to score goals. I didn't expect him to make passes.
Right.
I didn't expect him to steal pucks.
And
I expected him to be there defensively, and that's it.
Could offer you on the wrong side. I can't even believe I haven't beaten it.
I think if it's not him, I think it's going to be Nikishin, because Nikishin's used to playing on his offhand anyways. Mm-hmm. And he'll put him with Orlov so that their language barrier is minimized. Maybe even put him on a Svech's line, so that way you can minimize the miscommunications.
You might be able to get away with it game 2 at home. I don't know about on the road when you don't determine matchups. That's the disappointing thing of tonight. The second period, you've got the long change, and you have the matchups you want all night long, and this is how it looked.
Well, here's the thing. Chatfield should be back. If he was day-to-day, then he probably could have played. He probably just playing it cautionary. I bet you Jalen will be back.
It was probable as of this afternoon, and it just didn't come together, so he didn't play tonight. But yeah, probably back on Thursday. We need him.
Apparently.
We need him. Freddie needs him. Yeah. Anything else, my friend, before we go?
All I can do is complain about
on to game 2.
Else. The only thing Gosper did kind of chip up with Marchand there.
We didn't really talk about how dirty
Marchand did. Oh, it was very dirty.
He got filthy.
Marchand took a run at Gost up against the boards. He missed, and then
Gost took
exception to it, so he shot the puck at him, and then
There was
So
more after that.
Marchand dropped the gloves and came after him, and I'd say Chatfield got the better of the punchy exchanges.
There's bad blood between these teams. They don't really they don't like each other.
Because we had a bad year last year against the Rangers, who had a great power play, and it just ate us alive.
Yeah.
But really, these teams should have faced each other in Eastern Conference Finals the last 3 years. And if they beat us here, then I have no reason to believe that we would have beat them last year either.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Once Chatfield's back in, the Hurricanes go back to what they should have been for this game, which is rested and healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't beat them rested and healthy, then you definitely are going to beat them banged up.
That's true. Yeah. They got contributions from their fourth line tonight. Greer scored, and that's when he had 6 all year, and I said, oh, that's not good. If they're getting depth scoring, then we are in with Verhaeghe in that backhand like he did on Anderson. I said, this is a lot to handle. But, they're going to have to do it. Shout out to Stankoven. I think he had a decent game tonight, maybe. Yes. Maybe he had a lot of mistakes, too, but I thought he had some jump, and I just want to shout him out because I'm trying to find a player to say he had a decent game tonight.
Like KK, very unnoticeable.
Ooh, man. KK.
Didn't even think about him until he made some sort of play, whether it was good or bad.
Yeah.
And they talked about it.
KK.
It was kind of just
1 shot, 1 hit, 1 block. Plus minus 0. Actually, KK is one of the few players that's not negative for us tonight. I don't usually look at plus minus much, but it's going to tell the story in this one. Morrow's a -3, and that's the lowest on our team. He was out there for at least 3 goals allowed.
Yeah, and he was directly involved with 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be too hard on the rookie, though. That's the downside of playing the rookie. You have 1 injury, and sure enough, it gets exposed. Yeah, you see it. So
apparently, it's our weak spot.
Until Thursday, where the Hurricanes will try and pick up their first Eastern Conference win in about 7,000 days.
Yeah, in almost 20 years.
Until then, go Canes.